Well, here it is. I am going to close Chapter 3 of the Mini 11 saga. It's my third GoPro Mini 11 that has been defective. The first two would not record without freezing. They would, out of 10 packs, they would freeze 3 times. It didn't overheat. I tried different SD cards. I tried different firmwares. I did everything I possibly could to test and see what I could do to try and make the original Minis work, and I could not. I returned the first one and got a replacement. The second one, I demanded a refund, and I sent it back to them in January, and I still haven't gotten a refund for it. They swear that the package was never shipped. I'm quite pissed off about that, because what can I even do once the camera has shipped to them and out of my hands using their shipping label, and then they say that UPS never received it. But anyway, when they went on $200 sale, I went ahead and bought another one because I was sure I was getting a refund for the first two. So I bought this one, $200 on sale, fire sale, because they've had so many issues. Yeah, so I got this one and I started testing it and testing it and testing it, and it did not freeze. I was shocked that it was the first GoPro Mini 11 I bought that didn't freeze while recording. Now, it did freeze while on the charger. I would plug the charger in, the red light would come on, and the red light would just stay on, and it would never turn off. And you'd come back 8 hours later, and the red light would still be on. You unplug the charger, and the red light would stay on as if it was still charging. Just fucked up and bugged, I guess. Updated all the firmwares. I've tried GoPro Labs. It's not just a firmware issue. There's physical hardware problems with the production of these GoPros. So this is the one that I've got third that has just the charging issue and not the freezing in midair problem. But on a gig this weekend, it refused to charge at all. So as I was charging, I normally would charge between packs. Like I stop, I land, I've got 5 minutes or whatever before I've got to fly again. And I would plug in a USB battery brick and just charge it via the USB port right here and keep it going so that I could just keep it topped off. But it didn't do that. It refused to charge. I would plug it in, the little red light would come on for 3 seconds and then just turn back off again. It just would not charge. And I tried multiple battery packs, I tried multiple cables, I tried the socket in my my cigarette lighter in my car. I tried the charger on my my Toolkit M6D. I tried the charger on my Hoda F6. Nothing, no USB ports would work. Same thing every time. The red light would turn on for 3 seconds and then turn back off. So I think that what this is happening here is the actual failure of the charging circuit. Due to it failing continuously and freezing up, it finally gave up the ghost and was like, no, I'm just not going to charge anymore. And then I discovered one weird thing. I could actually turn the camera on using this button. It would wake up the camera and it would have the screen on. And while the screen was on, if I plugged it in, the battery would actually show the charge indicator as if it was charging. But after testing it for an extended period of time, I realized it was actually just depleting the battery while plugged in to the charger. The battery dropped down. The GoPro app would show me that it had got down to 1%. Like I watched it go from like 15% to 1% over a few minutes period of time while plugged in. So yeah, then I had to stop my gig because the camera no longer worked, and I had to go swap back to a different camera instead of being able to continue with this. So yeah, it just completely gave up on me. And at this point, it won't do anything. During its failure, I did the 10-second long presses and I did the 20-second long presses to reset it. And those made no difference. Again, because I believe the charge circuit in this camera actually failed. And that's why it wouldn't do anything. It wasn't a software issue. The actual charge circuit was failing. So I got on the phone with them today, and I basically had 2 options in mind. I either was going to get my money back, or I was going to smash this fucker with a hammer, and then I was going to use my warranty. And I got on the phone and started talking to them, and they actually like took the time with me to look over my account and see the history, and even found my GoPro that I had returned back in January 31st. I returned it to them, and they still haven't issued a refund. And that case has since long closed because they couldn't find my camera, even though they actually had it back on January 31st. But this guy located the camera, says he's going to open the case back up and then submit my my tracking info to them again tomorrow. And then hopefully we'll get a refund process for the original cameras that never worked. Those are the ones that froze midair. I got a replacement once, and then now they're still haven't issued the refund from January. But the dude's going to open my case back up and try to work on that. And then this camera that I've had since January, since the last one, but I've barely flown because I've had so many problems with it. I spent like 2 weeks just bench testing it, trying to see if it was going to freeze, and it never did freeze while flying, just only while charging. So I just decided at that point I was not even going to fly with it for freestyle anymore. I was just only going to use it for gig work. Because, because I had O3 air units, and they do a pretty damn good job of filming for freestyle, but not quite up to the task of gig work. So I've kept it nice and clean. You can see it's not beat up, it's not smashed, it's not damaged, it hasn't been dropped on its head. And yeah, so I just use it for a couple gigs, and my gig this weekend, it just totally gave up on me, and it is now dead as a doornail and no longer functional. But they said that since it's more than 30 days since my purchase date, they will not issue me a refund unless I go jump through crazy hoops like I did last time. And last time I went through 3 boss levels of Karens until I got to the super ultimate boss and had to dog cuss her. And finally she agreed to give me a refund, and then they lost my refund. So I didn't really want to try to escalate again. I went with the easy path, which is they're just going to ship me another replacement. But I will say, the guy that was on the phone with me today, mad props to you. He actually took the time and spent more than an hour on the phone with me, and I was able to keep my cool and not scream and cuss at him, and I didn't even have to smash this. So that was nice. I appreciated him going to lengths and making sure it all got handled. They are just going to ship me a replacement, though. One thing he did say, though, is that he is going to be sure that before they ship it, they're going to actually take my GoPro out of the case and power it up and test charging it and test that it records, which is something that GoPro has never offered to do for me before. So I hope that it works. I really, really hope that it works. And this is why when somebody asks me why I have a 4th Mini 11, why? Because this is why. You can watch the whole video if you want to know why. So yeah, I think that's pretty much the end of chapter 3 of the Mini 11 saga, but it is the beginning of chapter 4. Only time will tell. So, at this point, should we take bets? What's the verdict going to be on the next Mini 11 Black? Is it also going to be a steaming pile of shit? Is it going to work? I have noticed in my comment section the number of people who come back and tell me, yeah, I had the same problems with the Mini 11, or I had a different problem with the Mini 11. I've had several people tell me they had this exact same problem with the Mini 11 where it just refused to charge ever again. And I was like, no, just hold the button down for 10 seconds. No, hold it down for 20 seconds. If 10 doesn't work, it'll reset and you'll be fine. It doesn't. There's not a thing I can do to this piece of shit to make it work again. It is fucked. Can I do this FPV style? Yeah, I can. Look. Oh no, it's coming back to life, Dave. Look, it's charging. Oh, maybe there is hope. It's going to charge now, Dave. Look. Oh. No, it's not going to charge. Nope. It's a dead bitch. Oh, your GoPro. Oh no, it's not. I promise. I promise. It's not gonna charge. It's gonna sit there on 1%. I've done this so many fucking times. Fuck this GoPro. Please send me a new one that works. Please, 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 please. I wanna change the story about the Mini 11 because, okay, I started to saying this and I got distracted, but a ton of people have told me that they had the same problem or other problems, and I'm seeing more and more and more of it. But I'm also at the same time now, starting around the time where people started ordering off that $200 deal, that more people are actually saying that they've got GoPros that are successful, that don't have this issue. And a tiny, tiny sliver of people have told me they've got the full-size 11 and that the 11 has similar issues with freezing while flying or while charging. So, you know, for my purely anecdotal evidence from my comments section, it seems like there might be a higher success rate with them now than there was originally. But, wish me luck. Come on, GoPro. Please, 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 please let this work. I really, really want number fucking 4 to be a winner. Please, 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 please. That's it. I'm done. I tried to stay calm and collected, and then here it is. So, last chance, GoPro. If number 4 doesn't work, I'm closing the book on the Mini 11, and I'm either buying an Osmo Action 3 or a full-size Hero 11, or maybe I just go back to a 10. There are kind of some issues with stabilization on this camera too, which is something else that not many people talk about. The hyper smooth seems to have gotten worse for FPV anyway. I assume they tweaked it for something else and made it worse for FPV, but I do see more like stutters in the hyper smooth on this camera than I did on my 10. Okay, that's it. Y'all go check out my shop. Or if you need a case that'll keep this piece of shit going, I got the Beast cases too. This is actually an old version, but yeah, lots and lots of these cases. I can make them for any GoPro or any GoPro, any frame, any angle, whether you want an ND filter slot or not. Ooh. Look at that print quality, y'all. Yeah, whatever you want, hit me up. flyhighfpv.com. Look, get that piece of shit out of here. GoPro, not you. Right there. That's what we like.